Needs to shave.
Shaved every day in the field.
Okay, so my beard's gonna look like that. Needs to shave.
Shaved every day.
Hello.
Hey, we are live. Let me see if I can get back to my Zoom. It's not popping up. Hold on, y'all. So sorry.
Okay, this is called Teenage Boy Being Bored. Did you just see all that flying behind me? That's called Teenage Boy Cutting Up Being Bored.
Okay, did everybody print out your notes?
I just
Yes.
finished.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just say a prayer because I worked on this like a lot last night and all morning. So let's just say a prayer that we can get it done in an hour. I don't know. It's a lot of information, but it's so good. It's so good. Okay. So we are going to pray real quick. Get this second session of our 90-day transformation started. So, dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for these ladies and their commitment to their success in their business. And Father, I just pray that lives will be transformed in the next 75 days now, I think, Father. And I just I just pray that you guide me and direct me in all that I say and share today, and that that this will, in fact, be exactly what these women need to take them to the next level, and that you will speak through me today, Father. And I pray that we get this done in an hour and that it doesn't go over. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Yay. Okay. So welcome to our 90-day transformation, girls, transformers. I'm going to start calling y'all transformers. Okay. So welcome, transformers. I am so proud of you guys, and thank you for everybody that submitted their homework for the week, that shared what was their aha or takeaway from last week's. I'm going to create a post on our 90-day transformation Facebook group where you can post underneath your takeaways. And so I'll be looking for that so we can have it all in one post, like session 2 takeaways. So you guys can see what everybody says and it's not all in a separate post. So, okay. So remind me if I forget. I have not created the wheel yet, so I'll have to create the wheel, but it will only take a few seconds. But remind me at the end, we're going to do the drawing for this fun bag. Look at this. How fun is this? Okay. So like it can fold up. It has like a little zipper thing that extends it. I mean, looky there.
Cool.
It is waterproof. It can attach to the back of your carry-on bag. I mean,
Something like
cool.
that, almost like that on Facebook for sale, and I almost got one. It looked like so versatile. It was so cool.
Oh yeah, I got one for Carrie for her birthday last year, and I got me an extra one, and then I decided to gift it to you guys. So this was the extra one that I actually got for me, and I was like, you know what, this is a fun gift for seminar, for travel. So I'm sorry, I'm allergy-ish this morning, and so I'm not like sick or anything like that. I just have watery eyes and a runny nose, and it's crazy out there. Okay, so here we go. Thank you for having your computer on. I appreciate you guys having your computer screen on so I can see your beautiful faces. This is going to be fast and furious today because there's so much information and I haven't even been able to like have time to transfer it over to the notes. So I've got my scribble on here. So give me grace if I'm like, okay, where is that? So I have the answers here. I haven't transferred it over yet, but I will to post the notes at the end. So we are going to be actually talking about success habits today. Okay. And these are the 3 books that I am going to be referencing. So The Miracle Morning, which this is all at the top, The Miracle Morning for Network Marketers, Atomic Habits, and The 4-8 Principle. So these are the 3 books that I'm going to be referencing. There is going to be, there's a, for The Miracle Morning and Atomic Habits, there's websites that have references and resources on it. And there's a link on your notes. If you go there, if you just look at it digitally, there's a link, a hyperlink on there. And then there is not a website for the 4-8 Principle, but I recommend you get it and you read it. So all of these books have transformed me in my thinking and my habits. Okay. And they're continuing to. So highly, highly, highly recommend it. Readers are leaders, readers are leaders, leaders are readers. Okay, did y'all get that? Right? So all of you are leading in some way, shape, or form. And you want to lead in some way, shape, or form in your business, but you're leading in your life, in your job, in your family. And many of you are leaders within our unit. And so, and I know all of you want to be leaders within our unit. And so these reading is so important, y'all. It really is to your personal growth. I always tell people that there are 3 things that are going to grow you: the books that you read, the things that you listen to, and the people you hang out with. Those are the things that are going to grow you. Okay. And so this is not in my notes, but I feel like that's something you guys need to know. And so one of your homework today is to pick 3 books that you want to read in the next 3 months. That means a book a month. And I know we're already halfway through this month. Okay. But I'd love for you guys to pick 3, and you can listen to them on Audible. Like I'm a audio learner. I like the book and the audio because I can go back and highlight the book. And yeah, so, and this week, those of you that, do your homework this week, I'm actually going to be giving away one of these books. And so, so that is going to go to somebody that does their homework this week. So yay. Okay. So we're going to start with The Miracle Morning, creating the Miracle Morning. I believe to truly be successful, you must master both inner and your outer game, your inner and outer game. And you want to start with a time mindset. Wait, hold on. That's wrong. That's wrong. I skipped wrong. So sorry. Cross that out. You want to start. I was like, that doesn't sound right. Start every day with purposeful, disciplined, growth infused, and goal-oriented morning. You're virtually going to guarantee to crush your day. So
That is a lot.
I'm so sorry. Purposeful, disciplined, growth infused. Gina, did you get your stuff printed out? Okay. And goal-oriented morning. And you're virtually guaranteed to crush your day. And I will post these notes. More important than even the time you start your day is the mindset with which you start your day. Y'all, it is really all about your mindset. And it really how you started. Okay. So how do you get in that right mindset in your day? I think first of all, quiet time is imperative. It is imperative. And I know it's hard. And I know, we are rushing and we are hurrying every day. But that quiet time is so important. And most of all, the quiet time in the morning is so important, right? I mean, you can do it throughout any time through the day, but I think starting your morning with quiet time is so important. Starting each day with a period of silence will immediately reduce stress levels. Are you with us, Teresa? She's working.
I have people coming over for dinner.
Oh.
I got to get ready. Kids are coming over.
Start each day with a period of silence will immediately reduce stress levels and help you begin the day with a kind of calm and clarity that you need to focus on what's most important. And don't we all want to start our day with calm and clarity, right?
Yes.
I mean, how often do we wake up late and we got to get the kids ready and we got to do this and we got to get the lunches and we got to do this. We got to get them to school and we got to get it to work. And, and it's just hurry, 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 hurry. And then what ends up happening is we have that hurried spirit, right? Which you are never going to be your best self with a hurried spirit. If you think about it, you're your worst self when you're hurried. Like I'm yelling at my kids when I'm hurried, right? I'm stressed out when I'm hurried. I'm agitated and anxious when I'm hurried. And so starting the day with calm, silence, quiet time, it gets your mind in the right place and it will transfer through the rest of your day. Okay, so let's talk about mindset and affirmations. Okay. Now, affirmations have been a thing. Yeah, right, Kelly. Affirmations have been a thing in Mary Kay from the very beginning. However, I do feel like that we have been taught to affirm ourselves in not the best way. Because honestly, we've kind of been taught to lie to ourselves. Like, I'm a money magnet, right? It just comes flowing to me in abundance. Okay. I'm a millionaire, right? Okay. You're not a millionaire. You're lying to yourself. Okay. And so it's actually counterproductive. Okay. And so, okay, hold on. Let me get to the right place. Okay. So by repeatedly telling yourself who you want to be, this is in our notes, by repeatedly telling yourself who you want to be, what you want to accomplish, and how you are going to accomplish it, your subconscious mind will shift your beliefs and behavior. So by repeatedly telling yourself who you want to be, what you want to accomplish, and how you are going to accomplish it, your subconscious mind will shift your belief in a way and will eventually change your behavior.
Cindy, there was I missed a blank there. You'll automatically what and what?
You will automatically believe and act. I haven't gone through that yet. That's why you missed it.
Oh,
Automatically believe and act in new ways and eventually manifest your affirmations into your reality. So you're automatically going to you'll automatically believe and act in new ways and eventually manifest your affirmations into your reality. I got blank happy last night. I'm sorry. Probably too many blanks. I'll work on that.
I said, just remember I write really slow.
And again, I'll post this if you miss something.
Okay.
Okay. And guys, your actions, this is the next part. Your actions must be in line. Oh, I'm sorry, must be in alignment. Your actions must be in alignment, I love that word, alignment. I don't know. There's just something about that word. Your actions must be in alignment with your desired results. And your affirmations must be articulate and affirm both. So they need to affirm your actions, like what you're going to do, and they need to affirm the, the alignment or your results. So your actions must be in alignment with your desired results, and your affirmations must be articulate and affirm both. And guys, we don't get what we want. We get what we're committed to. So it's not enough to just want it. You have to be committed to it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I forgot I was on.
that amen.
Okay, so to write out your affirmations, okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about that in just a second. You must clarify and execute the necessary actions until the result is achieved. So you must clarify and execute the necessary actions until your result is achieved. So here's the step one. Step one, the extraordinary result you are committed to and why. Okay. So this is part of your homework that I want you to do is I want you to write down a specific extraordinary result or outcome, one that's going to challenge you and would significantly improve your life, and one that you are ready to commit to creating. So something that an extraordinary outcome, like earning a free car, right? Becoming financially independent, becoming a sales director, whatever that extraordinary outcome is going to be that you are going for, especially in the next 90 days, right? That is going to significantly improve your life, and one that you're ready to commit to. So not only is an extraordinary outcome, not only is it going to improve your life, but you have to be willing to commit to it. Even if you're not yet sure how you're going to do it, then reinforce your commitment by including your why, the compelling benefits that you'll get to experience. So here's an example of that. I'm committed to earning a car so I can have a reliable new vehicle for my family. I know many of you, that is what you are committed to doing, is earning the use of a career car, right? And it may not be so you can have a, reliable new vehicle for your family. It may be another reason. Okay. Or here's another example. I'm 100% committed to making blank, however much you have decided that you want to make in profit, so I can take my entire family on a vacation. And I know several of you, that is your dream, right? Okay. That's the thing that you're committed to doing. Okay. So that's why I chose those two examples. You're going to create your own. Okay. You can use those examples, but you're going to create your own. Okay. So it has to be what you're committed to doing and why. Remember that why that makes you cry, right? We talked about that last week. So for your homework, I want you to write your statement for what you are committed to doing by June 30th and why are you committed to doing it? And I would love if somebody already knows and has a clear vision of what God has called them to do by June 30th and why they want to do it. I would love for you to share that right now with us. Okay, Gina.
Okay. We recently got like epic clarity on why we're earning a car. The reason we chose to earn instead of purchase is because I knew that the car payment would just bug me every month. However, the reason we need the new car became crystal clear when my husband had to give up a commitment that he made to his writing group because I got called into the office. Yeah.
That's going
That
to
was
make
not cool
for your family.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing, Gina. I appreciate that. That's your first step, is figuring out what your commitment is so that we can have financial independence. So we don't have to work because we need to, but because we want to. I love that. I love that. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, I'm getting too old to teach. And I love it, but I'm going to be 53. There's not 20 years there. Okay.
Yeah.
There's not 20 years there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I understand. Yes. Okay. So the second step that you're going to do in creating that affirmation, the necessary action, you need to know the necessary action that you are committed to taking and when. Okay. So it has to be specific, guys. It can't be just like, I want to earn a car. You have to have your why, and you've got to know the action that's going to take you to earn that car, and when you're going to take that action on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. Okay. So write an affirmation that merely affirms that you, hold on, let me go to my spot again. Okay, so writing an affirmation that merely affirms what you want without affirming what you are committed to do. And we're under step 2 is where we're filling in the blanks. Is pointless and can actually be counterproductive by tricking your subconscious mind into thinking the result will happen automatically without effort. So writing an affirmation is it that merely affirms what you want without affirming what you are committed to do is pointless and can actually be counterproductive by tricking your subconscious mind into thinking that the result will happen automatically without effort. That's like I am a millionaire. Money just falls into my lap. Right?
If only that worked.
Right. So clarify the specific action, activity, or habit that is required for you to achieve your ideal outcome, and clearly state when and how often you will execute the necessary action. Okay, so that's your second step. So you're going to be really specific with the action and the activity that's going to, and the habit that it is going to require for you to achieve your ideal outcome. And when you're going to do it. Okay, so here's an example. To earn a car, I'm committed to share the opportunity with 3 people every week. To get my 3 shares, I will invite 10 people every week to an MK Q&A or a playbook test panel. I will make calls between 5:30 and 6:30, 5 days a week. I mean, that is specific. Okay, I want you to get that specific. Like, when are you putting into your schedule when you're doing the activity to get the result that you want? And then you're going to put it in your weekly plan sheet, which I posted a weekly plan sheet in your, and we'll talk more about that when we do time management. But I did post one in your Dropbox or the Google Drive. Okay, so you're going to have your time scheduled every day for the activity that it's going to take to achieve this audacious, goal that you want to achieve. Okay. So this is where you're going to write it right there. So you're going to write your specific action that is required for you to achieve your June 30th goal. Make sure you state when and how often you will take it. So does anybody want to share what they are going to do, what the action they're going to take to achieve their goal, and when they're going to take it? So does anybody want to share that? If you already know, you may already have that in your schedule.
I still need to run the numbers to be sure.
Okay. Anybody want to share?
No, but the example really helps me. I'm formulating it in my head. The example helps me. Yes.
Good, good. And we're going to talk about the bubble sheet in just a second, because that is one of the tools that you're going to use to create that new habit on a daily basis to achieve the outcome that you want to achieve. Okay, so we're going to talk about that in just a second. Okay, so the more specific your actions are, this is underneath the goal, right? Your specific goal. So these are the blanks that are on page 3. Okay. The more specific your actions are, the better. I didn't write that right. The more specific your actions are, the better. Okay. So be sure to include frequency, like how often, quantity, how many, like I'm going to, every day I am going to make 10 phone calls or fill in 10 bubbles on my bubble sheet. And precise time frames from 6 to 7 at night. Okay. Which time you will begin and end your activities. Okay. And I kind of took Amber through this. We kind of created her calendar and her ideal weekly plan sheet. And we created specific times for her to make her phone calls every day. And so that's something I would really encourage you guys to do, is to print off that weekly plan sheet and it's not always going to happen that way, y'all. It's just not, things are going to life is going to happen and things are going to happen. And so, but I would love for you to print off your weekly plan sheet and put in the times that you are going to do the action to get the goal you want achieved by June 30th. Okay. Okay. And we'll talk more in detail about that next week with time management. Okay. So step 3, recite your affirmations every morning with emotion. Okay. You must take responsibility for generating authentic emotions, such as excitement and determination. So you must take, this is under step 3, recite your affirmation every morning with emotion. You must take responsibility for generating authentic emotions such as excitement and determination, and powerfully infuse those emotions into every affirmation you recite. It kind of makes me think, that of that old, in the beginning on Mary Kay, when I heard about affirmations, I really thought it was cheesy. I thought of that like old Saturday Night Live skit that's like, I'm good enough and I'm beautiful enough. I don't know what it is. And doggone it, people like me. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And so I just think I thought it, and I had to change my thinking about affirmations. I really did. But y'all, research shows that affirmations done in the right way work to transform you and to achieve the things that you want to achieve and that you're committed to achieving, right?
Yeah,
So
the book helped a
Yeah.
lot.
absolutely. So schedule a time each day to read your affirmation in the morning to both program your subconscious and focus your conscious mind on what's most important to you and what you are committed to doing to make it your reality. So I want you to write in, what time will you be reading your daily affirmation? I want y'all to write that in that blank for you. So Kelly Wishart, what time are you going to be reading your daily affirmation?
About 5:45 in the morning.
5:45 in the morning. Gina Tarpley, what time are you going to be reading your affirmations?
I don't know yet.
Who
I'm
knows?
sorry. I have a headache. I'm breathing is hard right now.
You're reading your affirmation.
I'm gonna do mine when I get up in the morning.
Okay.
5 a.m.
5 a.m. because you're up with your hubby.
Yes, I am.
I love it. Okay. So,
Think of a tip,
yes.
and because I'd also like to know if this is acceptable. So I have this app called Think Up, where you can record your affirmations, and they will play it back to you.
Ooh, that's good.
That way you can listen to the emotion even if you don't feel it that day.
Okay, what is it? You just recorded it, or is it
And
an
they
app?
put it in
App.
nice. It's an app.
What's it called?
Think Up.
Think Up. Okay.
Okay, here.
Mhm.
Write that in your notes. Okay.
I'm
So
sorry, I didn't hear what it was. What's the app?
Think Up.
Think Up. Okay.
Okay, step 4. Constantly update and evolve your affirmations. Guys, they're not going to be the same all the time. Like, you need to be revisiting them over and over and over and over again and adjusting them as your goals change and as you achieve those goals. Like, you're not going to say this affirmation about earning a car if you've earned your car. You're not going to keep up that affirmation. Okay. So, as you continue to grow, improve, and evolve, so should your affirmations. As you continue to grow, improve, and evolve, so should your affirmations. When you come up with a new goal, dream, or any extraordinary result that you want to create for your life, add it to your affirmations. And guys, you might not just have affirmations for your business. You may have affirmations for your family, for your finances, for your emotional well-being, right? Remember last week I talked about the 3 things, like your 3 IPAs or 4 IPAs a day are like, not necessarily IPAs, but for your mental health, right? Do one thing for your Lord every day. Do one thing for your business every day. Do one thing for your family every day, and do one thing for your mental health every day, mental and physical health every day. Those are great habits to create. Those things, right? One thing for your God, one thing for, enlarge his kingdom, one thing for your business, one thing for your family, and one thing for your mental and physical health or emotional and physical. Okay.
Hey, Cindy, there's
Yes.
a lot of I can't hear you. There's a lot of background noise.
I'm sure it's the toddler. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all for my miracle morning that I want to share. Okay, so there is a link for you guys to use that will that you can get more resources. This is a amazing book for network. There's a miracle morning, just regular miracle morning. There's a miracle equation that is amazing as well. And then this one is the miracle morning for network marketers, because that's what we are, is network marketers. In fact, one of the guys, he interviews several like very successful network marketers. And one of the guys in here is Jillian Ortega's son, which Jillian Ortega is a national sales director at Emeriti. And her son is interviewed in this book. How cool is that? Right? Okay.
Sandy,
So, yes.
about that book. That's why I saw the affirmations that you printed there that they had, which is great. But is the idea to do all of those? Like,
No, not necessarily. Those are just examples.
right. But if you have an affirmation about different areas, parenting, time management, bedtime, is the idea to do them all in the morning and all,
Yes.
go through
Yes.
all of okay.
Yes. Recite all of your affirmations, not just the one that's going to help you with your goal for Mary Kay.
Okay. So however many affirmations you have or need to have, you do them all several times. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So now we're going to switch over to our atomic habits. Okay. I absolutely love this book. And we're going to be digging into how to stick with good habits every day. This is chapter 16 in the book. It's kind of far into the book, but it was the thing that like really stuck out to me. And I feel like we already have a tool in our success toolbox to help us to create good habits every day. Okay. So here it is. A habit tracker is a simple way to measure whether you did a habit. Who wants to guess what habit tracker that I'm going to talk about? Anybody want to guess?
Weekly plan sheet.
Nope, that's not actually
The
it.
bubble sheet.
The bubble sheet. But you do want to work with the weekly plan sheet, but the bubble sheet. So habit tracking is habit tracking is laws of behavior. I don't know why. Hold on.
Did you say laws of behavior?
Yeah, hold on. Let me make sure I wrote this out right. Okay. I did not give you a big enough space, so I apologize about that. But habit tracking is laws of behavior change. Laws of behavior change. I don't know. I don't think that's right, y'all. Hold on one second. Okay, here it is. I wrote it down wrong. I'm so sorry. Habit tracking is a simple way to measure whether you did a habit. Oh, I already said that. Okay, hold on. Give me some grace. Oh, Autumn, hold on.
I would just say it's critical. It's critical.
So here we go. Okay, here we go. Habit tracking is powerful because it leverages multiple laws of behavior. I left off the powerful. That's why I was off. So habit tracking is powerful because it leverages multiple laws of behavior change. Multiple laws of behavior change. It simultaneously makes a behavior obvious, attractive, and satisfying. So it simultaneously makes a behavior obvious, attractive, and satisfying. Did y'all get that? Does anybody need me to repeat it? Okay. Sorry, I was off on that. Record. Okay, so how this makes it obvious, okay? So you want habits to be obvious. That's one of the things that you want. You want it to be obvious. That's going to help it to become a habit if it's obvious, okay? So how we make it obvious. So record your last action. Your last action creates a trigger that can initiate your next one. Habit tracking naturally builds a series of visual clues, like putting a slash through the circle, through the bubble, right? On your bubble sheet. So habit tracking naturally builds a series of clues, visual cues that like putting a slash through a circle on your bubble sheet. And I put in there in our drive the bubble sheet. So you will want to print that off. You don't have to print the whole thing off because it goes into details. Where's my bubble sheet? This is like a mess. You don't have to print off. Oh, good. There's Kelly's. Okay. So you don't have to, I'm gonna spotlight you, Kelly. Okay. So here's the bubble sheet. So it says you put in the name, who you're going to call, you leave. And I would recommend, guys, if you're going to make 10 phone calls a day, the night before, put your 10 names in. So you're not wasting time going like, who am I going to call today? I don't know who to call today. And that's just taking time, right? Out of that precious time that you have. So write your 10 names or 20 names or however many you want to call that day. And in the night before, then when you leave a message, you draw a little slash. When you speak to somebody, you draw an X. And when you book an appointment, I put a happy face when I book an appointment, or you can color it in, but I put a happy face in there. That's just my little thing. Okay. So that's a simple, obvious way to track your daily activity. Okay. So that's the bubble sheet. Thank you for showing that. I meant to pull one of those, and I have a lot printed out, and but I just ran out of time this morning. Okay. So here, this is really cool. So hold on, let me find my spot. Okay. Research shows that people who track their progress on goals are more likely to improve those who don't. Duh. That's pretty obvious, right? But research shows this. Okay, Marla, thank you. Habit tracking also keeps you honest when the evidence is right in front of you. You're less likely to lie to yourself, right? You're less likely to think, oh, I've done a lot of work today, if there's not the tracker right there that shows what you did, right? Your action, your activity. A lot of us, what we do, guys, is we think a lot about our business, and then we get worn out and exhausted from thinking so much about our business. And then we think that we actually did something with our business, and we're lying to ourselves. We didn't. We just thought about it, right?
Guilty.
Yes. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me go right here.
It happens with my job too. I feel like I worked 90 hours a week last week because I dreamt about work so much.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It was not a good week. Next week will be better.
Okay. Juju honest. Okay. Now, most of us have a distorted view of our own behavior. We think we act better than we do. Right? One glance at this paper, your bubble sheet, is going to immediately let you know how much work you have or haven't been putting in. When the evidence is right in front of you, you are less likely to lie to yourself. And I think I already shared that with you. Okay, let's see where we are.
Attractive.
Okay. The most effective form of motivation is progress. The most effective form of motivation is progress. When we get a signal that we are moving forward, we become more motivated to continue down that path. And in this way, habit tracking can have an additional addictive effect on motivation. Each small win feeds your desire. Each small win feeds your desire. Okay. Plus, that empty circle you see, those empty circles you see each morning can motivate you to get started because you don't want to lose your progress by breaking your streak, right? We don't want to lose our progress by breaking that streak. So that is motivation. Okay.
Could you say that one again? The empty circle you see each morning can motivate you to get started because.
Plus, the empty circle you see each morning can motivate you to get started because you don't want to lose your progress by breaking your streak. So here's the next thing. It's satisfying. Using a habit tracker, using that bubble sheet, y'all, is satisfying. Tracking can provide its own form of reward. And I always talk to you guys about that you want to reward yourself. And I want you to think about, and that's another part of your homework that I would love for you guys to do, is I want you to think about ways that you are going to reward yourself for doing the activity, not the results, but the activity that is going to warrant the results, right? You cannot control the results, but you can control the activity, right? And so that activity is that bubble sheet, that tracker, that habit tracker of making 10 phone calls a day. Okay. So it is satisfying to put an X or even put a cross, right? Put one line through that bubble sheet. Isn't that satisfying, y'all? That satisfies me. Even if I don't get a hold of that person, to put that line through that bubble sheet that I reached out to them and I left them a message and followed up with a text message, that is satisfying. Am I the only one, or can I get an amen?
Amen.
Right? Okay. It feels good to watch your results grow. Oh, I'm sorry. It feels good to cross through that circle, right? And watch your results grow. And if it feels good, you are more likely to do it. You're more likely to endure in those challenging times, no matter the circumstances. So you're more likely to endure. Habit tracking keeps your eye on the ball. We're on the next sheet, by the way. You're focused on the progress rather than the result. You're focused on the progress rather than the result. So this is what the three things it does. Habit tracking, what it does is it creates a visible cue. creates a visible cue. That's number one. That can remind you to act, y'all. It creates a visible cue that reminds you to act. Number two, it's motivating. Because you see your progress you are making, you don't want to lose it. So it's motivating. And number three, it feels satisfying. Whenever you record another tick on that circle, right? It's going to create that successful habit. Furthermore, habit tracking provides visible proof that you are it provides visible proof that you are becoming the person you wish to become, which is a delightful form of immediate and intrinsic gratification. Hello, Miss Teresa. Okay. So you can support, that's all Atomic Habits. Highly recommend you read this book. You can get more information on atomichabits.com. Okay, so this is our last one. We might go a little bit over 11, but I'm going to try to keep it as close to 11 as possible. Okay, I'm moving on to the 4-8 Principle by Tommy Newberry. Okay. The one thing in life over which you have complete control is your thinking. The one thing in life that you have complete control is your thinking. And behind everything, this is under creating a joy-filled life, guys. Behind everything you do is a thought. And each individual thought contributes to your overall character. How well your mind works dictates how much joy you experience. How well your mind works dictates how much joy you experience, how successful you feel, and how well you interact with other people. And guys, no area of your life is untouched by your thoughts. There's not a single area of your life that's untouched by your thoughts. Your habitual thinking patterns either encourages you towards excellence or nudges you to weakness. Your habitual thinking patterns encourage you towards excellence or nudge you into weakness. And by the grace of God, each moment, it's a new beginning, a new dawn for your potential. Your thoughts can become totally different. And as a result, your character can change and your life can be transformed. God wants you to be completely alive, full of passion and bursting with joy. There is no limit to your full potential once you recognize and put into practice the secret to a joy-filled life. There is no limit to your full potential once you recognize and put into practice the secret of a joy-filled life. And y'all, you may be wondering, how can I possibly do that? You know, we must think like God thinks. We must think like God thinks. But you might be like, well, how do I do that? Like, I can't do that. Because doesn't it say in the Bible, you know, it's impossible to literally think like God because he's all knowing and all powerful. But we can learn to focus our thoughts on things that reflect and honor his character. You can learn to focus on things that reflect, or I'm sorry, our thoughts on things that reflect and honor his character. So let's talk about who God is. Okay? God is love. God is all powerful. God is ever present. God is all knowing. God is absolute truth. God is holy. God is merciful.
God is what?
Merciful. God is faithful. God is just. And God is unchanging. And if y'all can turn on your videos, I'm going to take a picture real quick before, because if you have to leave, I understand because it's 11 o'clock. And so I want to take a picture before anybody has to leave. Amber, I don't know if you can, and Autumn, if y'all could turn on your videos. Or maybe not. Okay, here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It kind of looks like Autumn, Amber does have her video on because she's in the car in the picture.
She's at a ball game. Ella has a soccer game.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. To think like God, you must become intentional about mirroring his image in all that you do. So you must be intentional on mirroring his image in all that you do. So this book is based on the passage from Philippians 4:8. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. So in the Bible, it says, be joyful always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. Being joy-filled does not mean that your life is perfect. Who could claim that? It doesn't even mean that your life is great. What it does mean is that you empathetically trust God and believe that he is great. He has great plans for your life, regardless of what is happening right now. Joy is the infectious and uncontainable fruit of divine inspired growth. After all, perfection doesn't really exist apart from God. All you have to do is concentrate on progress. I'm sorry, I missed the joy is. Joy is an outward sign of inward faith in the promises of God. So where it's bold right there, joy is the outward sign of inward faith in the promises of God. And you want to concentrate on the progress. That's why it's so good to use those bubble sheets, right? Because you can see it's a visual cue of the progress that you're making every day. And we want to concentrate on that progress. By deliberately working to improve your mental game, you will steadily upgrade every area of your life. Your family life will be more peaceful. You will hit your financial goals faster. With strong, toned mental muscles, you will be more fit spiritually, emotionally, relationally, and physically. So with strong, toned mental muscles, you will be more fit spiritually, emotionally, relationally, and physically. If your aim is to maximize your potential for joy, you must first discipline yourself mentally. This is your responsibility, something for which you must immediately take ownership. So do your part now so that God can honor your faith and empower you to live a life of excellence. So do your part now so that God can honor your faith and empower you to live a life of excellence. Think the thoughts you would think if you trust God's promises completely. Oh, think about those thoughts you would really think if you really trusted God's promises completely. Make the shift from random, reactive thinking to deliberate, purpose-driven thinking. You have authority over your thoughts. But God will not force you to exercise this aspect of your free will any more than he will compel you to exercise regularly, eat healthy diet, read the Bible, or wear your seatbelt. And here in the Bible, y'all know this verse. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Retain your thoughts and feelings if you want to experience God's ideal for your life and get the most out of every moment of every day. Retrain your thoughts and feelings if you want to experience God's ideal for your life and get the most out of every moment of every day. Okay, so the 4-8 principle. I'm going to close with this quote from Billy Graham. We just went 6 minutes over. We got to do the drawing, but the happiness which brings enduring worth to life is not the superficial happiness that is dependent on circumstances. It is the happiness that contentment that fills the souls even in the midst of the most distressing circumstances and the most bitter environment. It is the kind of happiness that grinds when things go wrong and smiles through the tears. The happiness for which our souls ache is one undisturbed by success or failure, one which will root deeply inside us and give inward relaxation, peace, and contentment, no matter what the surface problems may be. That kind of happiness stands in need of no outward stimulus. And that's by Billy Graham. And then a quote by Mary Kay Ash. Today is the first day of the rest of your lives. Use it to climb to heights not climbed by others. The rungs of the ladders are unselfishness, love, sincerity, and faith. Our founder, Mary Kay Ash. So your homework this week is to complete your affirmations. You're going to write your statement, your affirmation, and why. What are you committed to doing and why? What the actions are that you need to take, and when do you need to take those actions? And recite your affirmations every morning with emotion. And you might create a little ticker, or maybe you get your date book out and you put a little heart every day that you do your affirmation. And there's a way for you to track your progress, right? So put a heart every day that you do your affirmations on your date book. And then in creating good habits every day, I want y'all to fill up a bubble sheet. That's a little over than 10 calls a day, 5 days a week. So if you don't get all 10, maybe you do 7, Saturday morning before you hop on this call, right? Or do 11 or 12 calls a day instead of the 10. But I'd love for you guys to fill up a bubble sheet and submit your bubble sheet. Take a picture and submit your bubble sheet. And then the last thing is pick out 3 books that you are going to read that are going to help you grow in the next 3 months or by June 30th. And you can listen to them. You can read them. You could do both, but I want 3 books. And y'all, that can be another thing that you track, that you read 10 pages a day. Maybe you put a little star on your date book when you read 10 pages a day. If you read 10 pages a day, you should be able to get through 3 books by the end of the 90 days. Okay? So you're going to track you're going to create your affirmations. You're going to track them with a little heart on your date book. You're going to pick your 3 books, and every day you read 10 pages. Y'all, everybody can read 10 pages a day. Okay. Every day you read 10 pages, put a little star or whatever you want your little symbol to be. Okay. And you're going to fill up your bubble sheet. Okay. So any questions about your homework? Okay. Awesome. Okay. So we are going to, let me do the wheel. And I'm sorry that I have not created it yet. Okay, let me take these people off from the last one. Okay, here we go. Oops, did not mean to do that. I wonder if there's or you could just clear it.
Yeah, you can hit delete.
Okay.
There you go. I use it in my classroom all the time.
Yeah. Okay, so Lisa turned in hers. Marla turned in hers. Autumn and I laughed our asses off last night.
We'll have to talk about it later.
Autumn, I think you need to share the 2 pictures and say, how are these different?
Oh my gosh.
I think you need to share that in our private group.
I will. In the transformation, I will. Yeah.
I'm going to put Amber in there anyway. I know she's a director, but she turned in hers and I'm proud of her for doing that. Okay, Elizabeth, you turned in yours, right? I know several of you turned it in this morning.
I turned mine in last night as well.
Hey, Cindy, is Marla in the waiting room? She
Oh, I don't think so.
okay. May not be. She was just asking if we were still on, and I said we're about to do the drawings. I didn't know if she was waiting or not. Okay.
Oh, okay. And Dana, you submitted yours?
I think Roberta's ready for soccer.
Okay.
Like he needs shoes and everything.
Did I forget
I'll be done in
anybody?
like 5
I know
minutes.
Kelly did it, but she left it. Oh, here's Marla. Now she's in the waiting room. Okay. Okay, I think that's everybody, right? Okay, here we go. Okay. Dana!
I
Yay. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
I will get that in the mail to you we'll put it in the mail on Tuesday when my assistant comes into town. or
Okay.
comes over to my house. So thank you guys so much. I'm so sorry. We just went 13 minutes over, y'all. That's pretty
Not
good
bad.
for all the information I gave you.
You did very good.
Yes. Good job, Cindy. Good job.
So thank you guys so much. And y'all start filling out your bubble sheet today, right?
Hey.
I mean, we can
Already
count.
started mine.
Yeah. Hey, I love it. Okay. And write those affirmations out. I can't wait to hear it. And and your takeaway. That's another part of your homework is your biggest takeaways. And I'll post on our Facebook page for you to post that. Yes. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Hi, lady.
Bye.